The Temple of Fortuna by Elodie Harper, published by Head of Zeus, and this is the concluding third instalment in the Wolf Den Trilogy, the story of Amara, who started out in a brothel in Pompeii and concludes with the eruption of Vesuvius in AD79. The novel opens with Amara in Rome. She is living with her patron Demetrius, and together they form a really good couple. Now, he isn't truly in love with her, but he's very, very fond of her. But she certainly doesn't reciprocate the love to him that she has held for her previous relationship. And it is all a Machiavellian situation as she has to play the political hand. But she is a woman who has come up through the ranks, and now she is wealthy in her own right. She can run some fast food outlets. She sponsors a gladiatrix, so a female gladiator. And, life is okay, especially given where she has come from, which was the brothel in Pompeii. She does have a daughter left in Pompeii, and she goes back to kind of reconnect with her because the daughter is living with her father, who was her erstwhile lover, and kind of the love of her life, you get the sense. And she rebonds with her daughter, and of course, as she is getting used to being with her, there are tremors, and of course we know what's going to happen. We know that Vesuvius is going to erupt, and it does, and it's how all the people that are around her cope, who gets lost, who dies, decisions whether to stay in buildings or whether to flee to places like Sorrentum or Neapolis. They are life-changing decisions. Some don't survive, as we know if we go to Pompeii and look through the ruins ourselves. What the author does really well is transport her readers back in time to Pompeii around AD 79. You have a sense of what it was like to walk the streets, to go into a fast food outlet or into a shop. If you go into a building, she'll describe the wall paintings that you can still actually see at Herculaneum and Pompeii to this day, and of course Ostia. Not forgetting Ostia, because that is also worth a visit. And if you go into a building, if it's black and white, you have a sense that you will be going into servants' quarters. She has one of her characters having her nails painted. Another character is having malachite, the pigment, applied to her eyes as eyeshadow. And there is a whole discussion about lead face paint, which Amara's father, having been a doctor back in Greece, knew was actually poisonous. And so Amara chooses not to use it, although her contemporaries very much do. So it is a really interesting, detailed transportation back in time, which is so valuable. If you actually go to visit somewhere like Pompeii, you have a sense of what the footsteps past really felt like from this trilogy. So if you're looking for something that is set in and around Pompeii that really evokes time and place, then the whole trilogy, finished off with the Temple of Fortuna by Elodie Harper, has been a pleasure to read, and it is immersive, and I really recommend it.